Welcome to Shapify Experiences, a media web podcast. Today we'll be talking about business-to-consumer experiences. And for that, we have Ricardo Melo. Ricardo is a head of innovation and IT solutions in Fullsix. He has been working with the biggest companies in Portugal. So Ricardo, can you tell us a little bit about your background, about your journey in this area?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for having me today. It's a great pleasure to be here and to talk about something that I love to do. So at Fullsix, I'm head of innovation and IT solutions, where we try to bring technology together with creativity to shape the business of our clients. And so for that, we are trying with a lot of technology and creativity to bring these two worlds to talk to each other and to create digital experiences for the customers and for our clients as well, in the way that they can bring value to our clients and to shape the digital experience in a way that is most perceived to bring value and to transform the businesses for our clients. And we are doing that with a lot of big clients in Portugal in several areas of expertise. And I think we are doing a great job.
Okay, so you are in Fullsix at a long time.
Yeah.
How you started? How you get to this position? Like maybe you can explain us a little bit first your background, how you progress from position to position, and for people also to know you a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a good story. I joined Fullsix, I think, in 2008, so a long time. I joined Fullsix in a moment where Fullsix had a business of nearshoring for the group. For those who don't know, Fullsix it's a digital CX agency today, and it's part of a bigger group. We have a lot of agencies around the world. So in 2008, I joined them as a full front-end developer, a junior front-end developer with almost no experience in the field. And I joined a team that was working to UK with some clients like I think now I can share Alfa Romeo, Tesco, Waitrose. So we had a team of developers that build solutions for these brands, and we build them in Portugal. So at that time, nearshoring was a word that almost no one know. So we started a team here doing that type of work. So I joined them, and it's been quite a challenge because when I joined Fullsix, I had almost zero experience as a front-end developer, and I start.
You
learn a lot
by doing it
in a fast pace. So I joined them and start working there. I think two years and a half gone by. A lot of experiences, a lot of work, a lot of knowledge that I gathered, and then the team grow with more and more competences in backend and frontend, and sometimes we need to have a good pace and bring value quickly and learn quickly. And I think I committed to do that and to learn a lot in this field. So some years gone by, I started to see opportunity to have more leadership position. So I think 4 to 5 years of experience. I started leading the team. At that time, we only worked for the Portuguese market. The nearshore business didn't go ahead. And I started working more to Portuguese clients and leading the team. The team started to grow, a lot of other types of responsibilities, always focus on technology and evolving my skill set. So, and that progressed to 5 members, 10 members, 15 members. So the team growth. a lot in the next years, and I've been, I think, more than 10 years leading the team and projects as a head of front end, and then I think 2 years from now, I started dealing more with innovation, with business, and with IT solutions.
How it was that transition, like passing from front-end developer to a more experienced front-end developer, and then to a head of innovation?
Yeah, I think doing that transition inside Fullsix, it was a great opportunity and has been a great challenge. But for me, it's like an obvious path, because I always look at technology not in a closed bucket, like front end is only this, but I try to look at technology as a whole, and gathering knowledge from back end, front end, emerging technologies, creativity. So, as Fullsix is also a great agency in the creative space, we are always trying to bring creativity to technology. So I think it was a natural step, but also being more involved in the business, directly with clients, with solutions that we need to present to the clients. I think it has been a great challenge, and I'm very excited with that.
Do you which project do you remember that you think that it was a big change for the client? Like, which projects can you think that first that you enjoy doing, but also that have a big impact in the client and the customers of the client?
I think we had I will not say luck, because luck.
Yeah,
we need a lot of effort,
work,
and work to talk about luck. But we had some big clients. I will try to talk about one or two that I think that was really important in the path of the client to change the digital experience. And I think one is just a campaign that we have done that all together with the client decided to bring creativity, technology, and emerging technologies, not like AI, and bringing this with data. So we merged consumer data with technology, and we built an experience based on emotions. So we detect an emotion using the client mobile app. We detected emotion of the client
with the video or voice?
using video. So face detection, face emotion detection, and based on the emotion and based on the consumer habits data, we can create a personalized voucher for the client. So if you are happy and you consume several types of products, we can give you a voucher for that types of products that you usually consume. So bringing this together, I think it was a really good project in terms of bringing technology data to the client, and I think we had delivered a great experience for the brand and also for the consumers. So that was one of them that I think it was really great to be part of it. Another one is more like a digital platform, a digital hub, where a retail brand known in Portugal is starting to pick up a lot of different digital assets and try to bring them all into the same platform. So combining digital assets and several types of information all combined into one big digital platform, I think for the consumer and for the brand.
Which can you explain which kind of digital assets?
A lot of different websites. They had a campaign website, a loyalty website, and a lot of different types of websites. We try to combine them into one big digital hub. And that was really a good challenge for us to see how can we build a really good experience for the customer, to have all that type of information based on the same digital ecosystem. So probably not a big technical challenge, but a really challenge in terms of experience. And how can you have the consumer always focus on that experience while interact with the brand.
Yeah, you mentioned one thing that I think is it's make totally different. Like it's not just the technology that you use. It's very important to understand what you want to do with the tech, or what is the objective. How is that process normally in Fullsix? Like how you merge kind of creativity and technology to try to innovate things, or to create good experiences for your projects?
Yeah, it's a good question, and it's not always the same process because clients and needs are totally different, and business objectives as well. But usually we have a really good work with the client. We bring the client on board from the first step, and we focus really on strategy, knowing really well the business of the client, understanding the objectives, align the objectives with the client. I would say that today is the most important part is to gather all information about the business and align them with the client. Then, of course, we have technology, but technology will enable us to do that. So this alignment is really key for the success of the project. So we try to align that with the client, and then, of course, using a very long list of teams from UI, strategy, front end, creativity, back end. We try to align these teams all in the same goal that we have aligned with the client. So after that, I think it's really good work of the teams, and try to put the client on the middle. And then if we have the client on the middle, we will have the user in the center of the experience. So I think that's one of the most important parts of the process.
Really understand your clients, right?
Exactly.
Really try. You probably make a lot of workshops at the beginning, meetings with the client. Who is the persons that normally are? Which kind of persons are doing that job? You mentioned multiple disciplinary teams. I believe you probably bring UX designers, maybe it's people from the IT also to be what is possible. How you work on that?
We work with a lot of different teams, and we try to bring the different teams in the process from the beginning, like I was saying. But we work with strategists, we work with UX designers, with UX strategists, with the leads of the technical teams, as well as the project management, to align all of the expectations with the clients. So we bring all that we can to the center of the project, and try to bring as many expertise that we have to create a good experience. So like I was saying, the experience today it's everything. We enable it by technology, but the experience is key for the success of the project.
When you were describing this, I was thinking in a design sprint process. I think you kind of do that process, but naturally, like without naming it, design sprint. You basically make part of the process, like identify really the problem, bringing the right persons, sharing knowledge between all of them, and then that knowledge start bringing some ideas and some ways of solving the problem.
Exactly.
So when the task of the designer, when a designer needs to design something, is already clear, I believe, what is necessary to design.
It's almost every time clear. Not always. It's supposed to be a discovery process as well. But and we try to bring all the team. So when a designer needs to create something, we should have creativity, and we should have space for that. But we try to align that vision with the technical team to see if this fits on the project, if it fits on the expectations of the client, if it will bring value to the user. And for sure, we need to look at the business part. If this project has expectation, let's say on budget, we need to include this type of creativity and experience inside the budget, or not, or try to talk to clients and to see if this will bring more value to the project. We will develop and implement that into the project. But it's a process that we try to have as many as conversations and interactions with the teams to bring these projects to life in a way that they will transform the business and the experience for the users.
Makes sense. And how we can innovate in this area? How can we think as our tagline, shaping tomorrow digital experiences? How we can shape the digital experiences of tomorrow? Where is the way that companies are going?
Yeah, I think that's the $1 million question, right? So yeah, it's not an easy answer, and I don't know if it is a closed answer, but innovation is in everything that we do. We tend to look at innovation like a technology issue, and it's not. Changing a process inside our company or inside the client business
can be innovation.
It's innovation. Yeah. So I would say that today everyone is looking to AI, and I think AI will have a great impact in businesses, and I think we should look at AI in a responsible way. I would say that probably using AI to enhance experiences will be a top thing to look for. Like we have the chance to talk off this podcast. Generative UI, I think it will be a really good trend that can bring value to users and to brands, because we can look at a more personalized way to build these experiences. So personalization,
let me just reinforce. Let me reinforce, because for people to don't think that you said wrong. You really said generative UI, not AI on purpose, because the thing that we talk is really like a kind of real-time UI generated. It's something that we were talking that it might be a feature of some of the interfaces
of the experience. Totally right. Generative UIs. So I think that can be a point to innovate in order to personalize the experiences. I don't know if the digital ecosystem that we have today, the digital hubs, the brands' websites, the companies' websites that provide the service to the users will be the same, because I see that AI can help us shaping these experiences in a more personalized and real-time way. So if I'm looking, like for example, in a retail brand, I go there to buy a fridge. I search a lot of lists. I check this between others. Probably this experience will be enhanced in a more personalized way using AI. Maybe I will go to a website and I just say to the website or to the input, I want a fridge cost X.
Yeah, you have a kind of have a conversation
and it will suggest me 2 or 3, and I can narrow down the natural search, and will give me probably a personalized result for my search. So I think
but not as a chat, right? Like instead of being a text, you start talking, and instead of appearing a text, it will show you
the interface and the real product
adapted to what you are asking.
I don't know if it will be only text, voice, uploading the image,
a mix of everything.
I think the innovation will be that the interfaces will change accordingly, probably with the user. And this, I think, will give us more a vision of creating innovative platforms and more inclusive platforms, like, for example, accessibility. Like it's also a trend now regarding the
I wanted also to ask you about that, because I noticed that you made a certification about accessibility. I think it is a trend, at least this year in Europe. It will be part of the law. maybe you can also we just stop a little bit the other topic, but maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you think about accessibility.
I think it's linked, because if the interfaces will evolve, I think we can create a more accessible experiences. So we can have now voice to interact with digital assets. So I think voice will enable us to give a better experiences for some type of users. So I think if we tend to bring AI into the process, AI into the products, into the service that we are developing, I think we will open a market, in a more inclusive market for everyone to surf the web, let's say it, and to try to find products and services in a more inclusive way. So I think AI can help us. We need to take a really good care of what we will do with that, because I think it's really important to look at AI with responsibility, because we were dealing with data, sensitive data. But I think we can create experiences in a more sophisticated way, give to the users several types of interfaces, and not only using a mouse and clicks to interact, but voice, like I was saying, it will be a really good way to interact. Of course, we can use AI to generate interfaces, so probably we will have interfaces that will adjust to some type of needs of some type of users. And I think we are on the verge of trying to build a more accessible products.
It's really a good point, because when I ask you about accessibility, I was thinking in the accessibility of our days. And in our days, the interface is always the same. It's the same interface for everyone. And because it's the same for everyone, the interface need to have a lot of specific HTML tags or some things to be accessible, and to allow people with special needs to listen or to use the interface properly. But in the way that you are saying, having a generative interface that will be generated specifically for each one, it will really help in accessibility, because if you have specific needs, the accessibility might have that in consideration and generate a version of the interface that is more visual, in a visual way, or more based on sound, or depending on
the experience. Like we are talking about the experience, we'll have a key point to the user. So accessibility is a hot trend now regarding what we are talking about, but I think this should be seen as the other part, for example, for the brands and for clients that are now implementing accessibilities in their platforms. This accessibility will also have an impact on business, because if you can provide accessibility platforms to more users, you will probably grow your business, or you will give a better service in terms of for example, governmental platforms. So if you can provide better service, more personalized service, I think everyone has an interest to do this in the better way.
And it's not just about the persons that really have specific accessibility needs. Everyone in some situation need accessibility apps.
Exactly. And the needs that you have on using a digital ecosystem are always changing, because probably if one time I had time to search for some product, maybe in another time I want that product quickly and almost a no-brainer result. So the way that we interact with the digital interfaces will always be in a constant change.
And change even depending on your and change even depending on your environment. One thing is if you are in the computer, or you are in the phone, or you are in the phone but you have time to be looking to the phone, or you are running, walking in the street and you cannot be looking. So all of the accessibility functionalities will help in these kind of situations.
And we are talking about, or focused our conversation on digital platforms, like using a phone or a website, but we need to look a little bit more ahead, like smart glasses and other type of interfaces that probably will be more mainstream in a few years. And we need to build also experiences for that. So probably more into sound, like you are talking about. So I think there are good projects in that way. I think that brands should take a look to innovation in 2, 3 to 5 years and how they want to progress and to deliver products and services to their clients. And that is a really interesting wave to surf.
Yeah, it's a good point also, because there are new devices that might be appearing. The smart glasses, as you're saying. I remember the Meta Ray-Ban one probably.
That digital pins that you can use that project with laser. Some of them are dead now, but others are emerging. So the interface will always change depending the way we use them and how can we explore that type of interfaces to communicate and to bring value. And that's one of the points that we are looking to bring value, is to create this type of experiences.
Right. So we're talking innovation. What things more? Accessibility and can you give? I was talking about the smart glasses. Did you have any experience about some kind of this? I would call it strange or different kind of devices or did you have been maybe even that you still didn't make maybe a project? Did you are searching in Fullsix or looking to some opportunities on that?
We are always looking for new ways to interact. So but not focus on devices, but focus on the experience. How can we bring different experience according to the need that we have on the table? But probably things like motion capture, like text to video, and all those types of generative AIs. But I would say that probably motion capture using video uploads or video in real time, and change the way that you are seeing. For example, if you are doing a dance in front of a webcam, we can transform you into a digital character and probably use that for a brand to do a campaign or to do experience with customers.
Okay.
So I think we are always trying to see how can we enhance the experience using technology, and not the other way around. So not focus on technology and try to build something based on that. We try to look at the experience and see how technology can help us building the experience. But we are always looking at new types of interactions.
Okay. Maybe going back now to the technology itself. So you're talking more about the experience, but the way of developing experiences, I think, is also changing. Are you adopting already some different kind of tools that are making you more productive, or you see the way of working internally changing?
It's changing. We are not using any of those tools in a closed environment. So we are testing it and see how can they bring value to our process. So in this phase, we are testing and using some of them, but we need to give some time for that tools to grow and to mature, in order then to
stabilize a little bit,
and then to see how can we bring value to our process. This, in terms of development teams, for sure, we all of us look at Copilots and Lovable and Cursor AI, all of those tools. We are looking at them, and other part of the coin is that we need to have this in terms of legal usage covered. We are part of a big group that needs to have that legal copywriting.
Before starting using.
Before starting using.
For
so
real purpose.
Play, don't use, but use in a control environment for testing and to try to enable some processes inside the teams. And for sure, other licensed tools that we have on the group regarding generative AI, we are using them. in our teams, and I'm seeing the process of creating experiences changing, because we can be more agile, we can be faster, we can test faster, we can get feedback faster. But I would say, to be really accurate, that it's a working process. So it's not, for this process we use the tool A, B, and it's closed.
Completely.
No, we are always trying to see new tools, and every day new tool is released. So we need to be
and the new tools that exist every day have new features.
Exactly. So we need to see how they can fit in that moment for the purpose. And I think we have a really good mind for that. We have a lot of talented people inside Fullsix that work in that space, and are always trying to bring value in new tools and discuss. So it's changing. Of course, we cannot say that the way we work today is the way that we will work tomorrow. That's not true. But we are always evolving, and according to the challenge, we also adapt the way we work.
One thing about this that we have been testing a lot in MediaWeb is that the normal process of design, it still makes sense and will make sense for a lot of projects. But in our days, a designer can generate code directly instead of designing something in Figma and then ask someone to translate that to code. I see a pattern that designers can now use tools to generate directly the interface and prototype that way. Like instead of making a design in Figma and then create a prototype for someone to test, it's possible now and we made some tests. Even this week with one member of the team, we were like looking like, okay, you could do this. Like we give him an example of a page, and the designer make the implementation. Of course, he's a test. He's also learning how to, in that case, how to use the tool. But I'm seeing a pattern that this will be more and more easy, and will be accessible for everyone to create an interface using kind of softwares that just ask you what you want. I think we are not still in the point that this can be fully production applications. The pattern that I'm seeing is that at some point people get stuck easy. Like if they don't have technical knowledge, at some point that will have an error, and I will not be able to fix it in an easy way. Actually, for example, a really small example, he could generate an interface, but the interface generate a React application, but it's for a landing page. That will not have SEO. If we put that in production, the SEO of that application will not work. It need to be a Next.js application or something that will be rendered from the server. And I think it will help. It will happen a lot of these this kind of issues in the process. Like, okay, I think I did something very fast, and then at the end, okay, but these have this problem that
doesn't fit the need. But I have a reputation to maintain regarding developers, so I don't know how to be polite to talk about that. But I think we need to be really careful with that, because I think that need a specific type of understanding of what you need to do. So if you have an UX designer that is generating code, I think that will be great to prototype, and probably in years to come to create a production ready application. But I think we will still need to transform the way people look at these tools, because I think today it's all love and tools are amazing. And the thing that is built in the head of the market, let's say, it's easy. It's click of a button. And we need to try to understand what's behind the button, the knowledge that is needed to understand a design process and a development process. So if a designer can do that in order to prototype and to work together with a developer to create a better experience and a faster experience and a more efficient experience, I think it will be great. Leaving that responsibility only to one person, even it's a designer or a developer, doesn't matter. At the moment, today, I think it's tricky because, like you are saying, we can generate something that doesn't need to be that way to respond to a challenge. So I think this fit, we will need to take a little bit of careful to generate things that can be really accurate to the challenge. But yeah, for sure, like developers have now tools to create code faster. Designers have tools to design better and to prototype better experience. And I think it's amazing. I think we just need to be really careful. How can we use that tools inside our processes? Because like I was saying, if you design something and the output in terms of visual is what you want, but in terms of production ready application, it's not accurate, we can have a problem if we don't have development teams in the process to see that. I think the best way to do things is together. So if we can combine designer expertise with development experience, I think we can create great experiences for the end user.
Completely. I think the fact that it will be easy to do some things. Also, there is a kind of not misunderstanding, but it seems. I think that it seems that we are doing things much faster, and actually we are doing much more at the beginning. But is hard to close a designer start doing something. It seems that he already did a lot of things, but then he cannot close the project. Then he have a lot of troubles trying to make some little things that like the AI make something very fast, but then it takes a lot of time in other things.
I think one of the problems that AI will bring us is that understanding of everything is easy and it will go production ready in the first click that you do, and that is not accurate. I can share a challenge that we have inside the group. We participate with Runway to create a video only using AI, and we have participated in this challenge with a lot of other teams around the world inside our group, and we're divided into categories, and we Fullsix won our category. It was great, and we joined motion, we joined creatives, we joined IT, all together to create a video about one topic that we decided. And we had access to the Runway platform and 48 hours to complete the challenge. And I can say that we generated images to video, and that process took us almost, I don't even know how millions of credits of Runway to generate small videos and then combine them into one video. But we take the 48 hours to produce that video, the time that we had, but it was really, really challenging to adapt the output to something that we are envisioning. So it was a process to see how much AI can bring us into the output, into the final product, but the effort was really, really a really good amount of effort from 4 or 5 guys working together. So we need to change this mentality. Of course, it will accelerate. It will provide us tools to be more accurate, to create better and more different experiences, let's say, because if we have tools that we have today, we can create more and try to explore other ways. But it will also need work of combined teams and expertise, and it's not as easy as it seems.
Yeah, so a takeaway from there, I think, is helping a lot on prototyping, on seeing for you can generate something for it to understand how it looks, how it even in the way of video, for example. I think you can generate a piece of video as something that you needed to do in 3D in the past. You can generate that fast, and you can have an understanding on how it will be. But then you want to specifically tailor, you want a specific way, and then you need to try so much to try to have that exactly thing. And in that case, maybe if you go to the traditional way of doing, you can make it exactly like you want. Of course, it takes more time, but this is what you want. And the AI, I think, still cannot give you exactly that things. It have always a little of randomness in the process.
In terms of generative, for sure. We are talking a little bit about generative AI. Of course, AI is changing the way. For example, clients take some decisions in terms of business, predictive models and all that stuff. That now it's more open. Let's say open to the market, to the people's eyes. But we are talking more into generative, so only to give some type of AI can have a lot of aspects and touch different points. Of course, for businesses, we can create great experiences and with AI and more generative AI, but also we can create business case where we will use predictive models. We will use models to analyze data to help clients to shape the way they want to go and to be more agile and more efficient. But in terms of generative AI, for sure, we still have that gap. If we want a specific thing, it's really hard to get it on the first, on the second, on the third time. Awesome. So we take time to go there. But I think evolution is there. So
and it'll be improving. For sure, this kind of tools will have functionalities that will allow us to be more strict. In order to say, I don't want specifically these kind of things, not just. I think these kind of tools will, and some of them already have, will be not just text, but text and settings. Settings.
And a lot of them are migrating to that. You can see, for example, one of those. Midjourney, that is one of the most known, starting using Discord. Now it has a platform where you can fine tune with a lot of different settings, with a lot of prompting. So I think that control is important.
So at the end, we'll start in the opposite. Start just in a generative
starting
way,
simple,
just in the text, but then it's evolving being a video editor system. With AI the same, but it will go in a way that will become complex as a software that creates videos.
So when developers and designers are not doing or spending time doing that, they will start look at prompting and tools. They need to master in years to come to be more agile and more productive.
Okay. So thank you for having here to being here. Sorry. Today we talk a lot of different things, since how we can innovate in terms of business to consumer applications, the background of Ricardo, accessibility, AI systems. I hope you liked. See you in the next time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.